Hi again, my name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller, and today I'm going to be doing another haul video. I went ahead and pulled some more stuff from our recent sourcing trip to St. Louis and Nashville. Majority of the stuff was bought in St. Louis. We spent, I think, 3 days there sourcing at their 2 different Goodwill bins. But I'm going through this stuff so quickly that I want to share as much of it with you guys as I can, just to give you ideas of what I'm picking, and for a lot of it I try to give you comps on it to show, that it is, something that worth remembering. So let's get started. Now this first one, I've mentioned this in a previous video because you would pile stuff up on carts, and I knew I needed to check this first item, and it was buried, and I was like, never mind. But it may still be okay, but just isn't going to be as good as I had hoped. This is by Jimmy. No, Jimmy spelled G-E-M-M-Y. They put out a whole lot of animated plush, and this is one of the ones to look for. Closer to Christmas, these probably are like $40, $50, maybe even more dollars. Right now, probably still $25 to $35, except the one that I found. First of all, I haven't tested it, but it's missing his hat, which I think isn't a biggie because you could get any hat to replace it, because the hat has nothing to do with the animatronics. It talks, the mouth, and it has eyeballs built into the thing. But again, hopefully it works. That's the thing when you buy animated toys. I'm probably 75-25% that it works versus doesn't work.
You gonna drag it out of the box?
Oh, I can.
You should.
See, he's missing his hat. Right here's his mouth, so when he's talking, forward, yeah, right here, and then his eyeballs are hidden in the branches up here. And I think he plays music. My sister has found this a couple of times, but this is the first time I have found it. But you can see right here, all it would need is a little Santa hat to finish him up. And I like the St. Louis bins because instead of them randomly coming and taking stuff and pulling them away, it was a little inconvenient, but they just shut down. Everybody had to leave for like an hour and a half or so, and they redid all the bins. So when you came back, it was fresh stuff. And I mean, it wasn't just stuff piled on the old bins. They brought out a lot of fresh stuff. So there were a couple of days I walked in, and it was like the first cart I got to basically was filling up my cart. The same place that I got the Jimmy, that bin, they also had this, which is Fitz and Floyd. I eyeballed it, but I haven't tested to see if it works. It's a musical Christmas mobile. This is probably like $25 to $30 also. And then I talk about this a lot. Christmas Around the World. This is just they're from like the 80s and 90s. Oh, upside down. A little Christmas tree topper. This one lights up. Hopefully it works. Again, probably about $15 to $20. This one says Target and Commonwealth. There's probably a boy, hopefully, in one of these bags. I'll probably set this aside and wait till I get it, just so I have the boy and the girl. Gingerbread boy and girl. Probably $25 for the set if I can get them. Just how cute. This is Fuzzy Factory. I bought it for its cuteness factor. 8 to 12, I would say. I like Circo, Target brand, some kind of, I haven't figured it out yet, but very cute. This is Banana Fish Studio. I've had this once before, not sure, but cute. This is vintage Jrl Toys 1985. Probably listed like 12 to 15. This is Commonwealth 1992. $12 or so. And then this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. They're not a lot unless they're the Jimmies, some of the stuffings. I got a whole lot of little here. I bought a lot of little. This intrigued me. She's ideal. Very cute. I think she was supposed to have a pull string. She doesn't anymore. Very clean. I'll have to do research because I have no clue. But she's just like this little floppy doll. And then this will probably go on my wall. Vintage Fisher Price. I'll eventually get around to selling some of this, but I just love these. I bought a bunch, just 2 examples. I try to make sets of these. These are Sesame Street. Make sure you use the word cake toppers also. But there was probably at least 10 or so of these. I bought a lot of VTech Go Smart vehicles. I'll usually do 2 for $9.95, and it keeps the shipping under £1. Lots and lots of little people. Oop, upside down. There's these type. These are like 2000s and less. And then they have these bendables. They didn't last very long, but I always use the word bendable. I'll probably make lots. I've been selling like 2 of just general ones of these for like $8. A lot of them on Facebook. These don't go for as much. A lot of, here's Disney characters. I think this is probably from Aladdin, and then Beauty and the Beast. Again, I'll have to keep all of these set aside because I just kept finding tons of them, and I'll wait till I have bigger sets. Mega Bloks, I bought a bunch of these. I usually do sets of like 4, 5, or whatever for $15, $20. Not sure about this, but I know I picked up a couple of these. And they've got these stretchy bodies. It doesn't look vintage. I know there were vintage ones that were big. They were the Stretch Armstrongs and stuff like that. But I don't know about this one. This is Manhattan Toys. I think I picked up 2 of these. Not sure what the date is. I don't even really, I guess it's a dog. Sometimes Manhattan Toys are $8 and sometimes they're $50. You just don't know. And I've not had that before. This is just a very animated looking giraffe. There is no tag. Hopefully Google Lens will be able to help me. And this looks vintagey. No manufacturer, but it does have a battery inside. And it hangs off a door. Probably 15 or so, maybe 20. Tie, no ear tag, from 2000. I don't know. Some of these, tie doesn't sell for a whole lot except for a few exceptions. But hopefully I'll have a comp. This is Nat and Jules. I enjoy that brand. It's just very cute. Has a little storage thing there. This has some stickers on it, which that won't be a problem. Something like Scribblies or something. I've had one of these before. Again, I don't think it sold for a whole lot. Probably $8 to $12. This is Lion King by, I think it's Just Play. Yeah. I think I already have, no, I have a Build-A-Bear set, so not quite sure. Very cute. It has the tag on the side here. This is Hug and Love. I do well. I just sold a St. Bernard dog. I think it was Hug and Love with the little bunny ears right after I listed it for like $17.95. For some reason, people like these, and I guess Easter's coming, so this would be something cute. very clean, still has its tag. This looks Mattel. I'm not seeing a tag, but it does have a battery area inside of it. I'm hoping that whatever it's supposed to do, it does. Usually when something like this, unless I figure out and it's like 50 bucks or more, I would say probably $20 or $25. I just love the eyes. You can tell it's vintage by those eyes. This is Six Flags. I'm guessing it was something you won at one of the arcades. I do well with things like from Busch Gardens, Six Flags, King's Dominion. You know, people still want, even though they may not have won something, you know, they still want to get something from there. And it's a whole lot cheaper than probably spending $50 or $60 trying to win one. This is Russ. I don't have a name there, but it's usually, if you've got a paper tag, it'll tell you. Not seeing it. It's kind of larger than some of the regular plush I pick up, but $12, $15. I bought a bunch of these. These are the like zoo animal Cabbage Patch. Zoo babies, a lot of times they say. This one's going to be a bird. I think I've been listing most of them individually. Probably $8 to $12. This is Dakin, 1992. Might be a treasure. I haven't seen this. Kind of looks some kind of dog.
Like
I'm hoping 15 or so.
Looks like a Siberian Husky.
Does it?
Absolutely.
I thought they were more grayish.
No, they vary from black to like really light gray, brown. But he looks a lot like, got the mask. He doesn't have the mask. I had a Husky.
Right.
Super dog, but crazy. I mean, like, friendly, loved everybody. But
high maintenance.
High maintenance. Yes, then I got you, and it's just like having the same dog all over. And not that you're a dog, but you know that.
You're going to remove all that, right?
No, I'm not.
I can't find a brand on this. It's odd. It's knit. I'm assuming a hippo. So look, it's got this. It's maybe one of those microwave heating type plush. Don't know though. But all these tags and I can't find a manufacturer on it. Oh, Marshalls. Marshalls. Here is Fiesta, Scruffy. All of their plush say Scruffy a lot of times. It's the pink llama. I'd say 8 to 12. I think I picked up a couple of these. Advertising plush for Cane's, Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers restaurants. We did see quite a few. Weren't they out in St. Louis? Raising Cane's?
Yeah, they were out that way.
Yeah, we didn't stop there. I don't eat fried food. I don't do well with fried food.
It's my favorite thing to eat.
And it is.
Go visit my parents. What do you get? Fried taters, fried pork tenderloins, fried this, fried that. It's good living.
Yeah. All right, this is American Girl. I picked up a couple of American Girl plush. This is a little sloth. I don't think it's big. Probably $10 or $12. This is going to need a bath. But this is the Tyco Sesame Street beans. There's the little ones that came from Kellogg's, and then there's these Tyco ones. I've actually got a set of 25 listed right now, 24 or 25. But the rubber duck is, don't know if it's Jimmy. I don't think so. But I'm not seeing a tag. Hopefully it works. Animated Christmas type plush. Nope.
I don't know why you do that.
I do it every single time. Because normally it doesn't work.
And then sometimes they start and don't stop.
Yep. This is Gitsy. I've got a couple of things listed. I might need to do a little bit more research on actually who it is. Kitsy. Doesn't say much. But look how cute. Again, this kind of reminds you of the Jellycat plush. It's going to need a bath. By 8 to 12. Now, I am pretty sure this is from Fox and a Hound. And I have other vintage plush that I picked up from there. So, not sure. He's got a lot of wear to his fur. Hopefully, like 20 bucks. This will hopefully be really good. This, of course, is VeggieTales. Bob the Tomato. This is by Big Idea. Some of these, VeggieTales is getting harder and harder to find. And usually, I want to say 20 or more for this. This is Goffa. Some of these actually do really well. I'm thinking $15 to $20 for him. And I am pretty, yeah, this is House of Lloyd. It actually is a glow-in-the-dark. I am going to have to give it a bath. But I want to say $15 to $20 also on it. Robert found me this. This is a definite bolo. These are, listen, it's got a rattle in its head. It's supposed to sound like purring. To me, it just sounds like a rattle. But these are by Tyco, and they're called Kitty Kitty Kittens. But this one's called a Jungle Kitten because it is a tiger. It is one of the more harder ones to find. I'm thinking probably $40 to $50. And it's in really good condition. But definitely, their bodies are like nothing. Just sunk in like this. I think maybe they're supposed to have a sack inside, some kind of a pouch, but it almost always is deflated. And then more Fisher-Price. This is from 1975. One is Lolly and one is Charlie. I can't ever remember which one is which. One's pink and one's blue. I don't find the blue very often. I do find this on occasion. This one's in really nice condition, and look at the paper tag. Well, it's not really, it's kind of paperish, but if this gets washed, it almost always just fades. So this is really nice. Again, I think I'm going to save it up here for a little while just because I love these. And then Build-A-Bear. I probably have one listed like this. It does have some blue thread, so maybe it was for an It's a Boy thing. And then this is Wells Fargo. I don't collect these. I get these quite often, and then it takes a little while. There are a few that are high dollar ones, but for the most part, again, it's probably going to be $8 to $12. Angry Birds. They do really well. Now there is one, I think it's a green pig that does exceptionally well. And I'll put some comps up here for you on that. I've seen it in other Bolo videos also. Not so sure about, I mean, I'm sure this is worth something, but it is Major League Baseball, St. Louis Cardinals.
Yes, St. Louis Cardinals. Good job.
I was praying I would get it right.
And I was watching you
flounder.
Of course,
we found it at St. Louis. So, I don't know. A lot of times the birds have sound mechanisms up here in the top. This one does not. But definitely, I like to do lots of these. And I'll put some of the lots up here because they do really well and they do not last. This is odd. This is Holy Bears. Now, I pick them up when I see them. They're not normally big dollars. $6, $8, $10. Sometimes I do lots. But there are collectors for them. But I've never had one that's after a person. This is supposedly Jake Hess. And he was some type of, something with...
It's a gospel quartet singer.
Yeah, gospel singer. He is deceased at this point. But I don't know. I'm hoping maybe somebody who collects these, maybe it's harder because it does say this is number 343 out of 5,000. So it's somewhat limited.
Interesting with the hair on top.
I know, look at that. Very interesting. With his little, here's his picture. So he's got that little mustache, and so does the bear. A lot of things, though, that I show on here, there are no comps. Especially, and even on Terra Peak, there's nothing. And I'm okay with that because I've got the one and only. I get to determine the price. And usually I base it just on experience and size and brand and stuff like that. But, you know, that not everybody can be like that. You know, I have a, 600 square foot building. Plus I have space in my basement and in another room that I can store stuff. I'm about to expand. So I'm okay buying things that there are no others and just waiting for that buyer.
Yeah, there's some people have, like there was one guy that I watched that was doing some clothes videos. He was in California. He basically had the wall in his bedroom that he could put things on, and then a closet in the living room because he had a roommate and it was in like an apartment. He had very little space, so everything he bought had to turn over really quickly, or he couldn't make enough money because it would just sit there too long and the money wasn't, he didn't have the storage space to store like we can, so that slower sellers can eventually accumulate money for us. It has to turn over quickly. Kind of like the stuff we did on Amazon. We tried to find things that just flipped over very quickly, even if they were lower profit, just so that we rotated that inventory so quickly at Amazon. And everybody has their own way that they have to do things to fit their life and their space. So if you can't hang on to them, that's all right. Somebody else can, and you're going to go do your thing where you find things that sell faster and maybe make a little less money on it, but you sell enough of them quickly that your profits are what you need to get by.
Right. And a lot of sellers talk about sell-through rate. So if you've got 30 only listed and you're selling and they're sold for 100, then that's a very good sell-through rate. A lot of my stuff, there's going to be no sell-through rate because there's so few of these listed that, you know, it might sell in a day or it might sell in a year. You just don't. But eventually everything sells. For me, anyway. It may just take a while.
We had the great Amazon selling debate. It's been a few years back with toothbrushes. They were wonderful. Rebel hated them. They were awesome. I could go to a Walmart and the lady that ran that department would order. She ordered me like 350 of them one time by the case. And I would just order whatever a case amount was and a bunch of cases. And then I brought them back. And I think it took me like 2 hours or something to prep that. So I spent 2 hours doing the work, essentially. Let's just call it 3. And, you know, for the time I had to order it, pick it up, and I only made $1 profit on each one. But they were selling like 20 of them a day. So if you break it down, working on those toothbrushes, if I could have continued selling them, I was making like $150 an hour, $150 an hour for my time that I was spending on it. I would sell toothbrushes for the rest of my life for that kind of money. Rebel she couldn't stand it. And like all things on Amazon in that market, the way we were doing things, is somebody comes in and does it for 90 cents and then 80 cents. And eventually they're making a dime. And at that point, it's really not worth your time. But
yep.
We had some, they weren't knockdown drag-outs, but we had some, she would give me the, I'm not messing with that, you do it if you want look. And yeah, it was entertaining.
No.
And we still, you saw the look she had with it. When I was just bringing up toothbrushes.
You just bring up Amazon and you're going to get that look. Never again. Never. Not with me.
I might just do it for sport.
Not with me. eBay. All right, back to me. This is you. Jack's Pacific. I don't know if it's usually, a lot of times Jack's is to a movie or something. I'm not recognizing this, but we'll see. And then this is vintage Walmart. Look how cute. Love it. Probably I'll list it for 15 to 20. Oops. This is vintage Walmart. It needs a bath though. This is Jrl Toy. I do really well with these big fat ball looking Jrl Toy plush. Ooh, it needs a bath. But again, still probably $12 maybe a little more. I've talked about this brand before. This is Daekor, D-A-E-K-O-R. This one's $19.80. I've showed you some of the like 12-inch, 14-inch plush. This is one of the littles. This is another Walmart. Build-A-Bear. This one has a pink nose, so I'm assuming maybe the one that was a blue nose one was dressed, I don't know. Maybe it was in a blue one like this, but it didn't have any clothes. I bought a lot of these. These are Disney Tsum Tsums, T-S-U-M. This one has had its tag. I've been doing lots of these and just trying to get them moved because they're so little, but there's big collectors out there for them. Having the tag off of that one is going to hurt it though, I think. This is Cuddly, All Things Lovey, of course. I've not had anything like this, so I have no clue. It does have a little teether on the end. This is Garanimals, little football plush. I like buying Garanimals. Usually they're okay. And I think this is a little mini Squishmallow, but again, somebody's cut the tag off. Last few. This is Dandy, really large, but it's very floppy, so it'll be easy to either fit in a bubble mallard, or not bubble, a poly bag if it's under the 15 ounces or in a box. This is one of those crib plush. It is from Dream Grow. I've not had it before. I'm hoping at like $12. And this intrigues me. Sloths. I love sloths. They do really well for me. This one is Wild Republic and no date, but very big. I'm hoping 15, 20, if not more, but we'll see. All right, I think that's it for now. I've got lots to work on, which is what I needed this for. The last bunch that I shared with you guys, a lot of it needed washed, and it's actually still doing spa day upstairs. They'll come down tomorrow and I'll start processing them. That's one of the problems when you buy a whole bunch of stuff at the bins. More often it does need washed. All right, I don't think this will be out. It might be out, but I doubt this will be out. So this will probably come out after we've had our Tuesday live. So hopefully that won't be as stressful as I'm feeling right now about it.
Tuesday live, or Tuesday failed to make it work, so we didn't go live.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bye.